My name's Graham Cook. I'm the founder and CEO of OffTheRailsKids.com. I am an international agent and education consultant working with the family of troubled teenagers, trying to source appropriate professional wilderness programs in different parts of the world. But I'm here today in Norway to talk to Andreas and Espen to look at their program, a new wilderness program. Today I'm the eyes and ears of you parents who've got lots and lots of questions to ask, so my task is really to put myself in your shoes and ask sometimes those difficult questions about really what can wilderness do for you and your family.
But what we try to do is capitalize on the fact that nature and physical activity in itself is therapeutic and add the therapy to this formula. What we try to do is take a meta perspective on the experience of being outdoors with other people and what this can learn you about yourself, about relations to others, and about your own capacity to affect your own life and change it for the better.
Because a lot of kids, they don't have any hope, they don't have any meaning for what should I do with my life. We want to, motivate them to learn about themselves. And we actually managed to do that many, many times. And that's why we keep doing it. And that's why I wake up in the morning, because we actually see that change in our clients and in our families and in our participants. So that's why we get up in the morning.
You're expecting everything to be fixed for you instead of having faith in your own abilities to fix things for yourself. And this is again the natural consequences in nature. It teaches you that you can actually change something, you can affect the world around you. And I think a lot of kids with troubles have a profound sense of helplessness, and they're feeling powerless to change things to for the better of themselves. And then they can have these experiences with comrades in nature, and they can see that, okay, I can both do something active, put on clothes, build a fire to stay warm, and I can also, which is a big emphasis of ours, I can talk, I can use my feelings to change people's actions towards me.
Yeah. So if you're a crazy mixed up 15-year-old being kicked out of school, no dialogue with mum or dad or the rest of the family, really don't care about much, and you find yourself in this environment, what are the practical implications then of working with that type of student?
Well, the practical implication, I think, is the first thing you have to do is just accept that these people might not have any good reasons to trust us. And then actions speak louder than words. So in an environment like this, it's easier for them to see that what we say gives some benefit to them, We're instructing them in how to take care of themselves, and they can feel that benefit right away. And then also there's a trust in us and in their comrades in the group, being established, because you need to cooperate. You can't lift a canoe alone. You can't do all your chores alone. So there's kind of this circumstantial consequence that kind of inspires trust, and then we can use that trust to work on other issues, which is more in terms of traditional therapeutic sense, emotional issues, relational issues at home, participation in school. But you need to kind of establish a foundation of trust before you can address these
And
things.
I guess that foundation is it's all about things like communication also,
Yeah.
isn't it? And camaraderie, and as you say, you know, the power of working within a group. So all of a sudden, you're not just that selfish individual. You're actually, you know, to survive and thrive, you have to engage with others.
And I think one of the main things about the winter, it's a very harder condition to master than it would be if it's summer. Winter is some of the hardest conditions to survive in, and for us it's in our blood. And the consequences, the natural consequences of not doing anything with yourself or with your life in the winter time is it have a much harder impact on you, and if it's 20 plus Celsius.
You told me that this was summer.
This is mild weather. We're having a mild streak right now. So
That's why the river's beginning to melt.
yeah.
So it's to master the winter, the part of being it's a mindset, and I think that mindset, bringing it back to whatever you do, it's kind of like it's something. Growing up in Norway and growing up in the north and in the Sami culture is something you kind of have it in your blood, and I think we got a lot of free teaching from that, and from people who are not used to winter, it's a very good teacher, and it's a very good master, because you have to actually you cannot just say, well, I don't want to talk about cold, or I don't want to think about the cold at this moment. What happens is 15 minutes later you're going to be freezing. Say, well, actually for everyone it's hope, and you can regain that hope in participating and doing, and we want to motivate them.
And learning about yourself.
We want to, you know, motivate them to learn about themselves, and we actually manage to do that many times, and that's why we keep doing it, and that's why I wake up in the morning, because we actually see that change in our clients and in our families and in our participants. So that's why we get up in the morning.